we understand the scheme Cameroon is doing all the time. As we're following that story for the pregnant woman yesterday that was brutally killed by the Cameroon colonial army, they were quick enough not to even allow the family members to come take the corpse. And we already saw them changing a narrative that the guy or the driver that was killed just minutes after her death, that you've just watched the video now, they're trying to tell the world that this guy was a kidnapper. But the question would ask, like, okay, you have identified the kidnapper and you spray the car of the kidnapper, killing the kidnapper and every other person. We're told at least 4 persons were killed of the casualty yesterday. This is not where I am driving. I'm driving at a situation where we have a media, not just Cameroon media, because that's a flop, an international community with a media that is largely biased in their approach of reporting it. At every instant, situations like this will not be reported, or be reported with a spin, or be reported by saying that casualties from both ends. They will never tell you that the people of Ambazonia are defending themselves from cruelty. In the midst of your diplomacy, how are you strategizing or positioning to ensure that you can influence this rhetoric, false rhetoric, by mainstream to some extent?
First off, I want to say that uh, media is Western media is a business conglomerate. So the goal for the news as commodities for marketing. So they are going to report the news in the way that benefits them. First of all, the corporate interests involved and what they want them to report, and the consumers of their news, what they want them to report. So we cannot count on them. When everything is stacked against you and the narrative is controlled by those who have the microphone, the only thing we need to do is to get our own microphone and start saying it correctly. Because I have learned that on TikTok, I've learned that with certain conflicts that are going around the world, those who control the media are paralyzed when we skillfully use social media to tell the truth. Because we are telling the truth on the spot. We are reporting live. Most of these other media, such as written media and traditional television organizations, are still news because they have to receive the news feeds, and then digest them, and then create a narrative before they put it out there. So the people are not getting the news; they are getting their opinions. So we Amazonians should go there, right to the spot, and start doing it ourselves. We are 8 million strong. We should have at least 1,000 bloggers who are writing every day and inundating the whole World Wide Web with our narrative and the stories as it is from the spot. We should be all over all the available social media platforms, especially the growing TikTok platform, and be telling our story, just like some children in the Middle East are doing. You can imagine that the almighty media conglomerates are paralyzed. They can do nothing. They are paralyzed because the truth is so overwhelming, spread all over the place. Whether true or false, it doesn't matter. Their narrative is also prevalent, so omnipresent that any attempt to even say something else, you look like a devil. That's what we should do, and that's my encouragement. Because diplomacy rides on the wings of information. And the truth is that sometimes it doesn't matter. The truth doesn't matter. What the people believe is what matters. Because perception is reality in this world. If you get to a place and you're only struggling to explain yourself out of it, and you are correct, then you are losing. in that discussion, you are losing. You are just defending. You have to be on top of it. That the people will look at it and say, yeah, we know, we know. When you want to say something, say, we know it. Tell us exactly how we should resolve it because they agree with you. Instead of you struggling to convince them that this is happening. And they said, no, are you sure? And then that if that's your starting point, you have a problem. Now, we have a state media, we have independent activists. Some of them retire so soon. The war is not yet over, they have retired. And then some of us can do more, even to have a blog, an anonymous blog that you can be publishing the things as you receive them. Just let it be present out there in the media. People who can write, people who are able to write. All we do is to chat in a fora and comment and respond to people and insult each other. I believe that we should increase our footprint on the World Wide Web. That is my thing. It will help us in controlling the narrative. And it will force the hands of the international police organizations to look at the facts again. It will force them to probably, for relevance, to do something better because they will be demonized by their very positions they take and how they report things when there's an overwhelming evidence to the contrary. We have to oblige them. The world has imposed a media darkness over Amazonia. We can shine this light and make sure that we force their hands to report correctly. In the diplomatic sphere, we are doing a lot. Sometimes to argue, like I remember I was speaking to one diplomat recently and talking about our Kansas City 3. I wasn't alone there. I was with other members of government, and the diplomat asked me that, are they the ones who were trafficking guns from the United States? I said no. So you see, I was confused. I said, okay, it means these people, we know everything of what happened and what did not happen. That this person is a diplomat, a senior diplomat. He doesn't know. He's confusing bananas and oranges. So we have to do a better job. So I explained the situation. That I'm saying that if by the time we got there, they have already gotten information through other channels and third-party channels, our conversation would have been what was their state right now, not are they guilty or not guilty because of this and that. So this is an assignment for all of us. It's an assignment for all of us. You will not come and tell the person that that's the person that's supposed to do it, and everything you forward the person to do it. Let us get involved because we started this thing on the wings of media. That means media has taken us this far. Media can also help us to end it well. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. President.